Cyberpunk 2077 patch version 1.2 is coming very soon. When? Don't exactly know. When it's ready, maybe. Or maybe when it's 60% ready, as the case may be with CDPR recently. Sorry, had to get that jab in there. Anyway, we knew the patch was going to be bringing in a lot of technical fixes, especially on consoles, and it should improve performance overall, but the company's recently revealed that they're going to be actually changing and improving some gameplay systems, and so I wanted to have a discussion about this and see how much you think this is going to improve the game. So I want to hear from not only Cyb and Moon, but also those of you in the live chat. Tell us what you think. They are seemingly making a concerted effort to show that they are trying to fix the game. Is this going to bring you back into playing it? Are you going to wait longer, wait for some of the DLC, that kind of a thing? Let us know in the live chat if you're listening on YouTube or on Twitch right now. And we'll read out some of your comments in a sec. But first of all, here is what's actually coming in the patch 1.2. According to this patch 1.2 development update. As far as I know, it doesn't say in here when the patch is actually coming. Supposedly sometime this month, but who knows? It's already been delayed once. So,
yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Police AI is apparently being fixed. So the NCPD, it'd be funny. You know what? There'd be... So you're walking down the streets of Night City, you come across some thugs trying to mug somebody or attacking somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you decide to be the hero. You step in and you take down the bad guys. But one of your bullets accidentally hits one of the assault victims. 2 seconds later, the NCPD cops and drones are right behind you.
Phase into reality. I don't see why people had a problem with this. You know, they're on the transporter pad and they look at Scotty and they're like, "Beam us down, sir." And I think I just discovered why people are having an issue with this. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, see, yeah, the police would just spawn out of nowhere, but where were they for the mugging? I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to stop the mugging, and they're all over your ass, but yes, it was kind of ridiculous. So anyway, they're fixing that. That's a fair point, Pharmanick, that they're not necessarily making a change to the AI, but they're just spawning farther away. But with the added distance, like, are they immediately going to be running at you? I don't know. There may be some AI tweaks in there. We'll have to actually try it out to see, I suppose. So anyway, that's one thing that people have been complaining about. So to their credit, CDPR is trying to implement a fix for that, and hopefully a really good fix happens down the road. I mean, the AI needs a bit of an overhaul, and I hope that when the next gen version releases later this year, if that's still coming this year, who knows? Hopefully the AI gets overhauled a little bit. Dustin says, NCPD is really abusing that drop-in, drop-out feature that Cyberpunk has, huh? Yes, good one.
That's a good one, and very true. Very true. You know, this was an area of contention for us. Like, we got the news that they were doing the multiplayer, and we dropped it like a long time ago. Albeit stuff like this changes from time to time. You know, you can't avoid some of that stuff. But it came at a really horrible time down the road, because, you know, it was like, oh yeah, then we're moving it to be its own game. Which at this point now we're looking at that and going, I don't know if I want that.
Fix this one first, yeah.
Yeah, fix this one first. Now, it is, to be fair, it is a different wing of CDPR who is supposedly working on that. They are going to be moving some people over, so there might be some delay on that, but you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Farmanik says, I think with time this fix will be improved too, but I appreciate their taking a step forward. Me too. Keysgay says, I'll probably wait another half a year before getting back into it. You know, I'm kind of the same there. I was really enjoying it. I was on my second playthrough. I was really enjoying it. But then just that one day just put it down and haven't gone back and have been playing other things. And I am interested in getting back to it, but the world is it's not very open. You know, it's open, but it's not like it is a lot more linear than
you wanted it to be.
And then I wanted it to be. I don't know exactly how to explain. But you know what? I think I had too much Johnny Silverhand. Like he's just always there. You know, you can't even after finishing the storyline, you can't go back into the game in a state where he's not there and just explore Night City anymore. And some of his commentary is funny, but it's like he's always there. Just always. You never get away from him. Anyway, so they're also improving driving AI, apparently. So that's what I gather from this. Anyway, it says vehicular manslaughter statistics higher than ever. So they're trying to cut down on roadkill. I guess the driving AI is going to be improved, and they're inputting a new mechanism for when your vehicle gets stuck on something that you can get back on track, get back on the road. The system apparently allows drivers to rotate or rock their vehicles back and forth in order to regain traction. This, you know, I had never thought about this
because it's so realistic.
I mean, it's not at all realistic, but the number of times that I got my car stuck and where the wheels were not in contact with anything, so I couldn't move the car at all. It happened like I have some funny videos of it. Got stuck in like corners of walls, like with my little my car. All four corners of the car pressed up against, you know, and the wheels just spinning, or, you know, getting stuck, propped up on a concrete barrier. So what do? I just leave the car behind, run 100 meters down the road, and then call my vehicle again. I mean, I just gotten used to doing that. Actually getting the car out of that situation, I'd never even thought of them implementing a solution. I just kind of thought it was like, oh, this is what you get for being a dumb driver. Because it usually happens when I'm screaming down the road a little too fast and trying to take a turn too sharply. But anyway, that's cool. That's going to be a good fix. And then update your neural processors, drivers, or die. So this is a... this is funny. So just over the last month, authorities recorded nearly 4,000 fatal accidents caused by a neuroprocessor glitch, causing users to dodge without intending to. Dodging off cliffs or into traffic or whatever. And yeah, I never did that, but the number of times where I was in stealth mode and just trying to like finally adjust where I was standing, so I'd tap the button a couple of times, and then my character would dodge right out into the open. And this is a problem with many games. This is not exclusive to them. It's not an exclusive problem to CDPR's game. There are many puzzle games. I remember one in particular where you had to climb up like very tall, complex mazes, right? So you make one step, you fall and you die, and then you have to run back to your body, resurrect, then you have to like get up, climb up all the way up to the top of this thing, and then try and make that jump again. And in this game, of course, they had a roll feature, which allowed you to roll out of the way with a button, but it also worked if you double tapped. And the roll button could be disabled, but the double tap could not. So if you were fine-tuning your character's position, you're like, tap once forward. And then if you pressed, heaven forbid, you press that move forward tap again within the next 2 seconds,
your character would roll right off the thing, right to their death. You'd be screaming at your screen, and then you'd have the 20-minute run back to try it again, because this was an online game, and you just love to see it, right? You love it so much. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful, y'all, trying to do this nonstop and potentially strangling yourself or other things that we shall not talk about here. It's great fun, isn't it?
Well, fun. Now you can turn the double tapping control off now in the control settings with the new update, and then the dodge action can still be performed by double tapping the crouch action key, which seems really awkward, but it also sounds like they are opening up the key bindings a bit, and you'll be able to move the WASD bindings to something else and various things like that, which was, again, that was another thing. When the game first launched, there were just certain keys you couldn't rebind. It was really frustrating because I use a separate keypad as my when I'm gaming, just for ergonomics and ease of use and stuff like that. But I mean, how many of us have gaming mice and we want to bind certain things to various keys, and it just wouldn't let us. So yes, so that's going to be I'm glad they're opening that up quite a bit. Let's see here. Some comments from the chat. Kisuke says, the game is really good at making you feel like a schizophrenic. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Dustin P says, I want that stupid migraine feature to be removed and only want it to happen in key points in the story. I can agree with that, because it's annoying when I'm running, I'm doing something, and then suddenly my character is like, oh no! And I was like, no, we have to go to the place! What are you doing?
Yeah, at first it didn't bother me. It was kind of part of the pressure of the story, pushing the story forward, but after a while, it got really annoying.
It's disruptive.
Agreed.
It's kind of like, you want sprinkles of this. Not have the cap fall off and the entire content spill all over it.
Especially since there is no actual time limit, as far as I know. If there is, I don't know. I don't think anyone's hit it yet. But yeah, you can play the game forever, and you're slowly dying, but you'll never die until you trigger the end game.
Which is weird. I mean, let's face it. I like games that have that time limit, because especially when it's good, like it has a really good replay feature. And I mean, Fallout 2 does this probably the best of any game ever, where they did that situation where it's like, look, you got a time limit here, buddy. We're all going to die of thirst in approximately 100 days. You got to find a solution for this. And I would face that game over, and then I would face it, and then restart or, backload it. And I don't know, personally, I like that. I know it's not as popular of a thing to do today, but I still think that options like that give the game and give the experience, right? Give an experience that's cool, that's interesting, that's unique.
Yeah. Speaking of stories and experiences, Dorian Gray says, ironically, the best playing experience in Cyberpunk is right at the beginning. You can clear out Watson and play at will before you can even start the story, and no dumb route malfunction. Yeah.
Indeed. Where they do use the relic malfunction really well is if you do the game's secret ending path, and you do the solo attack on Arasaka Tower. I don't think it's a spoiler anymore, this long after release, to talk about that, but they actually, the chip does slowly malfunction more and more as you make your way through that final mission. And in fact, your max health actually reduces. Like, you can only heal up to 70%, and then 60%, and then 50% by the time you're in one of the final boss fights. So, that I thought was really cool, but for the rest of it, yeah, I got really tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're pushing you forward like that, but you know in the back of your head that there really is no time limit. It breaks immersion for me.
The thing that's, I think, really annoying with this is that, again, we see this every time this happens. Somebody creates what is essentially an open world game, and then you get to the end, and they're like, "Oh, congratulations, you've beaten the game! Isn't this wonderful?" And you're like, "No, okay, well, yeah, I mean, it's cool and all, but I was kind of really hoping to continue playing the game." Why would you want to continue playing the game? Because I really, I like playing the game. That's why I bought your product, was to play it. But sir, you've completed the game. There's no need for you to continue to play the game. What? How preposterous is this? It's crazy. Go back and do something else now.
Yeah, right. One of the worst examples was Fallout 3, honestly.
I was just going to mention this because in Fallout 3, it's not like you had an enormous number of people who were like, hello, I want to keep playing the game, and they had to patch in that fix to satisfy a bunch of very angry gamers who were like, WTF, why did my game end? Oh, well, we didn't realize that you wanted to keep playing our game. It's like, what? How? Who do you have running? Who do you have making these decisions?
It surprised me, and I mean, like, technically you can continue playing Cyberpunk after finishing it, but you have to reload before you pass the point of no return mission. I thought that was a very poor design choice to make in this era of gaming.
And again, it's not like this is new information. This is not new information.
No,
this is information that has been around for a very long time, that gamers like to continue playing their open world RPGs. Shocker, I know. But again, this has been around. This is not a new decision by any stretch of the imagination. This is not a new concept. And the fact that you have to remind these companies that this is not a new concept is frankly shocking. Again.
There's a comment from Polly's. This is what I like about Outriders. They will let you replay a full story at any chapter at any point. That sounds pretty.
Even one that you just finished, you can be like, "Oh, hey, cool! I want to replay that mission. It was quite fun." You know, it's just stuff like that. I wish like I can't wait for the next evolution of open world maps with like infinite replayability. It's coming. It's probably still a few years away, but it is coming. It's getting there. It's getting there.
All right. And if you're listening after the fact, let us know in the comments if this new update is going to bring you back into the game, or if you're still going to wait a while, how you feel about the ways that CDPR is working to improve the game, just, in addition to all the technical fixes.